right, Scott, as the season winds down, we'll continue to look into the crystal ball for next season. Way too early, buy or sell. And up first is Junior Caminero.
Caminero.
Now up to 40 home runs on the season. Again, shout out to the Underdog Twitter account. I saw this from them. Players with 40-plus homers in their age 21 season or younger. Caminero, Ronald Acuna, Eddie Matthews, and Mel Ott. That's it. That's the list. Just those 4 players to do that in Major League history. So buy or sell, Scott, that Caminero will be a borderline first-round pick next season.
Borderline first-round pick.
Somewhere around the turn.
Are we ranking him second at third base next year? Behind just Jose Ramirez? So ahead of Manny Machado, ahead of Rafael Devers?
Yeah.
I guess those would be the only 2 in the discussion.
I think so, yeah.
You think definitely Caminero second?
I mean, again, it's to do this as a 21-year-old. He's had 100 RBI too.
He doesn't walk enough, I think, for points leagues to rank him ahead of those 2. So if we're separating points and Roto, I'm going to say no for points leagues. Borderline first round pick. He might be more like a third round pick even.
Mm-hmm.
But for Roto, for categories where walks don't matter, we probably should be drafting Caminero next year about like we were drafting Austin Riley before, the trouble he's had the last 2 seasons. And that was
a mid-second rounder.
Mid-second round pick. So is that borderline first rounder?
I think it'll be higher because this season that Caminero is having now is already better than anything else Austin Riley has done. And he's doing it as a 21-year-old. So, I mean, it's hard to say that he's
I don't know that it's better than anything Austin Riley's done. Austin Riley put up some good batting averages.
That's true, but he never got to 40 home runs.
He never got to 40 home runs. He was mid-high 30s. Meh.
I think he'll be there. Whether or not I'll make the pick, but
are you taking him over? Are you taking him over like Julio Rodriguez, who's going to be a borderline first round pick? Are you taking him over?
Probably not for me.
Probably not. Who else would be in the borderline there? Pete Crow Armstrong's probably out of that discussion.
Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis. He feels more like a late second rounder.
I think James Wood has kind of fallen out of that conversation too.
Jackson Churrio's probably out of that conversation, right? I don't think you and Chris had him in your second round pick for the second, or at least Chris didn't for the second half. When we drafted the second round for the second half, I don't think Chris had Churrio in there.
That's close though. That's the right conversation. Like
Cal Raleigh or Junior Caminero.
Oh, probably neither for me. I don't know. If I had to choose one, I would say Caminero, I think. But I'm going to come off as like a hater. I just don't like investing in catcher that early in drafts. So, I mean, it's nothing against Raleigh, the skill set, but look, I think.
Are you anticipating improvement from Caminero from here? Are you just happy what he is right now? You'd be happy to get that early in round 2.
I still think he's capable of having a better batting average than this. So,
but he's capable, but are you willing to draft him in the assumption that he's going to deliver on that?
I think so.
I think that's what it comes down to. Like if you see him hitting 275, 280 next year, then early second round for sure.
Specifically in Roto, if you're towards the back end, obviously you got to pair him up with speed because you're not getting much speed from Caminero. But if you could go him and J-Rod together, I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Him and Lindor, something like that. Yeah.
I'll be doing this in a couple weeks. I'll be starting a series of articles, basically starting my rankings for next year. I usually do that, and as the season's winding down, and I start with redrafting the first 2 rounds. So I'll line it up then. But you start eliminating some people from the exercise we did around the All-Star break, redrafting the first 2 rounds. We listed some, Jordan Alvarez, who's always been has been a mainstay in that range. He's going to be out. So, it may just be that Caminero rises to that level for those reasons.
Nick Kurtz or Caminero. I think
I would say Kurtz.
I think they're going to wind up in the same range, like late first, early second. I think so. So it's a fun conversation. George Springer is unstoppable. 3 for 4 with 2 more homers, 3 runs, 3 RBI, 16 games since coming back from the IL, hitting .381, 8 homers, 4 steals, and OPS over 1,200 during that time. Scott, buy or sell, Springer is drafted as a top 24 outfielder next season, which on the surface might sound like a dumb question, but he's also a mid 30-year-old hitter who is kind of having this random resurgence. So I don't know what to do with that.
Well, yeah, I think that's the dumbness to me that you'd consider him, not you specifically, but that fantasy analysts would consider him a top 24 outfielder given his age and very recent signs of decline. I don't know. I'd have a hard time with that. I think I could come up with 24 outfielders I like more. But you kind of are shortchanging him with the numbers. You gave his numbers since returning from the concussion. Since the start of July, George Springer is batting .375 with 15 home runs and 7 steals.
What is going on?
Bichette has been about as hot, at least batting average wise, during that same stretch. Like the Blue Jays have been ridiculous the last 2 months. I mean, Vladimir Guerrero has been hot too.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Bo Bichette, who continued his big second half, hit his 18th home run. And after the All-Star break, hitting .371 with 6 homers, 38 RBI, 17 doubles, a .987 OPS. The overall batting average is up to .310 on the season. Buy or sell, Bo Bichette will get less than Willy Adames did in free agency. So 7 years, $182 million. Buy or sell, Bichette gets less than that.
I think I'm gonna buy that.
I'm buying it too
because
he's a much worse defender.
Right. It feels like he might be a shortstop in name only at this point. Well, Willy Adames, there was some reason to believe he was even a plus defender. He did kind of fall off in his last year with the Brewers, but that was more recent development with him. So, yeah, I think Bo Bichette, like there's a good chance that the team that signs him not even to play shortstop, and that's going to hurt his value. So, yeah, I think he gets fewer years and fewer dollars.
Bo Bichette minus 13 outs above average. He ranks in the first percentile in range for shortstops this season. So I would agree. I do think he'll get a good contract, somewhere in the 150 to 175 range. 1 million, obviously. But I don't think that he'll exceed what Willy Adames just got last year. Next up, Joe Adell won't stop hitting home runs. 3 for 4 with his 32nd homer, has 10 home runs in his last 25 games. The StatCast data is incredible during that span. Buy or sell, Joe Adell drafted as a top 36 outfielder next season.
First of all, I want to apologize. I'm having trouble saying that word. I want to apologize to Willy Adames because I talked about his defense falling off some. It's fallen off from amazing to still good. So, he's still good. Okay, who were you asking me about? I was looking that up and not listening to you.
Buy or sell, Joe Adell is drafted as a top 36 outfielder next season. The prospect pedigree, he's up to 32 home runs now.
I mean, I feel like it's another huge divide, roto and points, because play discipline's so bad. There's just no chance he's drafted that high in points leagues. But if we leave that out, we're just talking categories leagues, roto leagues. It's possible. I think it might depend how September goes. Like if he keeps up this recent surge, gets to 40 home runs, then yeah, sure, he'll be a top 36 outfielder next year. If he hits 180 with 2 home runs in September, then no. As of right now, I'm going to say no, but it's trending up. It's looking more likely. Like outfield has a lot. Outfield has a lot of really good players. Yeah. Like you taking Kyle Stowers or Joe Adell next year. I'm thinking Stowers as of now, but again, a big September could change that.
Yeah, that is a good question. One that I won't answer right now because we have all offseason to think about it. Jazz Chisholm, another huge game, 3 for 4 with 2 socks and a shoe. He's up to 28 homers and 26 steals. And remember, he missed a month of the season. So he's done all that in 106 games. Buy or sell that Jazz will go 40-40 next year in a contract year.
It's an easy sell. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's just...
Hey, guys find a way to stay healthy in those contract years.
Yeah. I mean, for someone who's been around this long and has never come close to that,
his numbers pace out to it this year.
Sure. I mean, we've said that for Chisholm a lot over the years.
True.
I think not. I think I'd bet, like, if you want to put that in a bold predictions article or podcast like Chris and I did a few days ago, I'll hear it, but I don't think as just a standard prediction. I can't get on board with that for Chisholm.
Fair enough. Last one here. James Wood, 2 for 5 with his 27th home run. He's been better-ish over his last 23 games. Still comes with a 41% strikeout rate. Buy or sell, James Wood will not be drafted in the top 2 rounds next season because of the second half strikeouts. It just kind of spooks a lot of people off.
I'm going to sell, but I'm going to sell in part because I think he heats back up in September and nobody's thinking about this anymore by the time we're ranking and drafting for next year.